Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. Thank you also for enduring some of the sound issues that we've had. I know many of you had made comments when I did my last video about 4 days ago, because I have been traveling and moving house, and one of you said it would sound like you're in a tunnel or in an empty room with no furniture. It was the latter there, where still stuff arriving, and did my best to get some content out. However, I have been traveling, haven't done a video for about 4 days there. There is still some echo. We are still getting set up, so I do appreciate just your loyalty and faithfulness of tuning in every day regardless, and just pushing through the sound issues as we get them resolved, as we get set up in the new location here. I really appreciate that. So today we're going to talk about the altcoin that could save Bitcoin. But does Bitcoin even need saving? Well, there's an area that a user has identified that Bitcoin needs some saving, and this altcoin probably resolves that issue. We're going to look at that in a moment. We're going to talk about the markets. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get the channel out to more people, of course, and does help support the channel, as does your wonderful comments that you leave, even the comments about the echoes. That does obviously help the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. Any comments from real people, not from bots, there does help with that. Okay, so let's look at what that altcoin is, and that altcoin is none other than Zeus. Now, I haven't talked about Zeus for a while. It was in my original cheat sheet back when I started the channel back in May and June of 2024, and I'm a holder of Zeus and in-house money on Zeus, and you can see Zeus. How does Zeus save Bitcoin? Well, Ma'ipai has done a great detailed breakdown, and it feels that the Lightning Network has kind of failed Bitcoin in the speed of payment or transfer and the cost, and feels that Bitcoin. And what is Zeus? Well, let's start with what Zeus is. Zeus is essentially Bitcoin on Solana, not Bitcoin on Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin with the Lightning Network. It's Bitcoin on Solana. And so you can see here the speed. You can send $10 of it to someone on the Phantom wallet. And if you're familiar with the Phantom wallet, I do have a tutorial on that on my YouTube channel. And it took about 1 second to settle and appear in their wallet almost instantly. And so there's some good information there, and obviously would be incredibly cheap. The advice there is to accumulate Zeus under $1. Well, fortunately, it's under 50 cents. It's not even under $1. I wouldn't go as far as accumulating under $1. I don't know if I'd be accumulating Zeus at 90s, but let's have a look at some of the levels there. But you can have a full read of it there. And so we'll go to the charts here and have a look at what happened. And so we've got the 50-day moving average that it broke above, and that was the time to jump in the trade there at 32 cents. If you go up and see resistance is at the 200 EMA on the daily and the 200 simple moving average together at 43. So this makes it kind of an easy range to trade, because you got the 20 EMA on the daily there at 33 cents. So the entry is at 32.33 and the take profit is at 43. Now, of course, if it breaks 43, which it did, but it didn't close above there, we didn't have a daily candle close there, that can be a nice trade all the way up to, you could do the 9 EMA on the daily at 50 cents, or at this Fibonacci level here at 52. That would be a good take profit area. Again, I'm not holding any tokens. I shared a SUI trade on Sunday at $2.25. I shared a video at how I am front running what I think will be, obviously, I do still believe we're in a bull market and we're still going to get higher prices on Bitcoin and some alts. Most alts, their high is already in. I believe that also, just like we saw in April and May of 2021, when most altcoins top was in, and that was it. And then Bitcoin and some altcoins went up and made a new all-time high in November. I do think Zeus will be one of those that does make a new all-time high now that they are live and functioning, as long as the tech is solid and works and functions as advertised. I don't see an issue there. I think it's very bullish for both Solana, Bitcoin, and of course Zeus, of course, as well. And so what you can see there with Zeus is levels there. And so I gave the level at $2.25. I said that I was selling at $2.79 and sold at $2.79 out. Completely sold out of the position. So no, now if that had kept going to $2.80, $3, $3.20, obviously I just keep that swing position open, and that's how I front run with altcoins, trading altcoins, both long and short. Could have taken a short on to $2.79. I chose not to because I was traveling and couldn't really keep an eye on that trade. However, I did sell at $2.79 after getting that entry, and we did that on a live trading session for the Tribal Trades Discord members. Now, if you're interested on how you can become part of this closed, exclusive trading group, there is an email address in the description of this video. You might need to click the more button. That will pop out, and you can find out more there on how you can get access there. Of course, I'm in the Stocks with Josh Discord, Crowned Traders channel there I have, and I'm sharing trade setups, some education insights, resources, and of course entertainment, because this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? And you can be entertained by making money to the downside as well as the upside. And this was a place that you could have shorted Zeus and bought a position here and then sell it on the way down and make money just the same as if you bought here and sell on the way up. You can learn how to do this. And I teach that in the Tribal Trades Discord. We also do leverage trading, and I teach that in the Stocks with Josh Discord as well. And that Discord is open, and you can just click on the links and sign up right now, right away. No need to email because that is an open group, whereas the Tribal Trades Discord is a closed group. And so what we're looking at doing now is the 50-day moving average is where we could come back to here. And I think if Bitcoin does move down as expected, unless we have some good news that come in, it kind of shifts the narrative and we get a bit of a boost, then this would be a play. Now, you could even short it off the 100 EMA on the daily. If we go down to some of the other time frames there, you could short it also off the 20 EMA on the 4 hour at 40 cents, for example, and on the hourly, the 100 EMA is also at around 39 cents, could short it off that. I like to trade off the 15-minute time frame, and as you can see right there, you could short that off 39 cents. It is just breaking above it right there, so I'd want to wait. But if it comes back and goes below this 20 EMA on the 15-minute, then I would look at opening up a short, and you could open up the short potentially all the way down to 33 cents there on Zeus. And of course, it does flip these levels to the upside. Like we flipped this 39, 40 cent level to the upside. You could open up a nice long position, possibly all the way up to 43 there as well. And that's how easy it is in this market. You buy at resistance, you long at support. Here we found support at the 50-day moving average. You long, and then you would sell at resistance. And then of course you can also open up a short and buy a position here, and then you can buy at resistance going short and make money to the downside. So this way you can make money at the click of a button no matter where the market is going, whether up or down, and you can learn how to do that in the Discords. I'd love to see you in there. We do live trading sessions with me every week. You can interact with me. You can remain anonymous, of course, as well, and get in on these trade setups. Okay, well, that's all we have time for today. Again, thanks for watching. Until the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.